Hi. I thought it was time. Let's see. There we go. That works. To show you what my vegan vegetarian lifestyle was like. Even though I have a massive garden and my own chickens and I actually at the time I had garden boxes with vegetables and I lived off of what I grew. Everything was organic. But for some reason, even with that lifestyle of having fresh organic vegetables with chicken fertilizer and cow fertilizer and not using pesticides or anything, I still could not get my health under control. And so that's what this stuff is. This is like years of buying different things to try to get my system under control. There's just everything you can think of that I have in here, and there was lots of this because I always had stomach issues. So here I was constantly buying supplements, trying to get my body to work properly. And as you can see, it became a never-ending, tiger bomb for all the pain that I was in because I was in excruciating pain all the time. So the main things that you're going to find here is there's a lot of stuff for pain, deep muscle. I don't have to use that anymore. My muscles don't hurt. Matter of fact, when I work out, and I work out a lot, I'll do reps. I'll do like 100 reps with just my arm. And the next day, I'm not sore whatsoever. I will go and ride my bike for 7 miles, and I will have no pain the next day. That's really amazing. So I was constantly trying to, and my allergies were so bad, Tristan, like it was constant. I have so many things in here, sinus, that had to do with nasal cleaning, which I still do. Nasal rinses and stuff. I still feel that part is good for me because I still have a tendency, but I don't have to take all the rest of this stuff. Ginkgo biloba, just all of these different, here we go again, Buckley's for colds and stuff, because it was constant. I was constantly runny nose. I would go through tissues, like it was just crazy. I'd go through a box in a few days because my nose was constantly running. My allergies were so bad, but my health was so bad. So it's just, there's everything you can think of in this. I don't know what to do with it. Stuff that I truly don't need anymore. I don't need any of this stuff. None of this stuff made me any better. I never took one of these products and said after a week or two, oh, I feel so much better. That really cleared up my health. Oh, I'm so glad that I ordered this very expensive, somebody told me that it was going to work, or this one that was for this sight, my gaining your sight back, and everything you can think of. I tried everything, even to the point that I took diatomaceous earth, which I still think it's a great product. I use this for my chickens for getting rid of worms, but I tried it myself to see whether this was something that would help me, because you get to a desperate state and you try everything when you feel horrible and your body is like against you. Yeah, you feel horrible and you're constantly doing this. See, here's brewer's yeast too. Oh, this stuff is really delicious. Tastes like cheese. But like these were the things, it was constant. I thought that, well, I can't get enough vitamin B, so I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and here's wild yams. And then we go into the medications, the high blood pressure, all the different medications that the doctor had me on. At one time I was even getting shots for my monthly shots for my allergies. So none of this, I take none of this stuff anymore. No more high blood pressure. I don't take any medication whatsoever like this. This is the end of Buckley's for me. This is the end because I constantly thought I had a cold, because I was constantly had fevers and chills, and my whole body was breaking down before I went. And I'll tell you, it was like 2 weeks into the diet, not even that, it was like daily. It was daily. I noticed daily my body's starting to rebuild and starting to feel better, and the energy that came. And none of this stuff, I spent probably thousands of dollars through the years as being a vegan and vegetarian on these supplements. And they encourage you to do that, because you can never ultimately get good health by eating just vegetables. Or maybe I just did it wrong, but this is what I ended up doing. I ended up spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on these things instead of eating meat, which took away all my symptoms by 3 weeks into this. My arthritis was gone, my allergies was gone, I was sleeping at night, my constant diarrhea or constipation that I had was gone. My stomach settled down. It took me a little while for it to settle down, to build up enough to be able to eat the meat, because that's what happens when you strictly don't eat that, and then you do. It takes a little bit of adjustment. So by the time that my body adjusted, it was so quick. It was so quick what happened, and the mental, even I think I have ones in here, ginkgo biloba. That's what that's supposed to be. And I have lots that was for memory loss and trying to, just heal. And not once, not with one of these things, nothing, none of this stuff ever brought me anything. It never helped me one bit. I never felt after 2 weeks and said, yes, that's it. Because none of this was it. All of this was trying to bring back all the minerals and vitamins and everything that you get from eating meat. And it's crazy. It truly is like that. I do take some things now, but it's not to this degree. I have half a thyroid because of the inflammation and the swelling and the tumors that end up happening when you never ever eat meat. I've only got half a thyroid. I've had to have it, had it cut out, and that's why my voice is funny too, because I only have one vocal cord. So I do take iodine regularly, and that's wonderful. Most people can probably get it in their salt if you're having sea salt. If you're having what is that one? I can't remember the name of the one. I'll put it in there. I think it's Redmond salt, which is a really pure salt, but it has all of the different minerals and stuff. But since I do have this issue, I do take the iodine, and it truly does. Because if I don't take the iodine, I start getting cold. It regulates my temperature. So that's like a sure sign that I know that I am low on iodine. But that's because I don't have a proper thyroid like you guys do. So I take potassium and magnesium sometimes. I don't think I really need them, but I did buy them at the beginning. I haven't really taken them a whole lot. But if I am having problems sleeping, magnesium really does help with sleep. So if you are, it may be that you're just not getting enough magnesium in your diet, and potassium. That's where it's the elementos, or what do you call them? It is what everybody's talking about, like those drinks that you get, that they sponsor, and you can get these drinks that have the magnesium, potassium, and different sodium products in it. But another one that I do, and I will always use, is castor oil. Castor oil I will use. I rub this. I use it in my makeup products. I make my own creams and face creams and body creams and lotions and salves and things like that. And this is the main ingredient that I put in all of that. I love this product. I've used it for cysts in my breasts, where I put in a security, like a tablespoon on a security napkin, and then put it under my bra, and have had the lumps dissipate within a few days. It's a wonderful product. It works on so many things. It also is, people use it for not blindness, but if they got cataracts, by smearing their eyes with it before they go to sleep. This truly is a miracle oil, and I will always use it because it's one of those ones where you say, aha, it really does work. None of this other stuff did, but this one really does help, and I will always keep it. The other ones are, we are having problems with pesticides, to deworm ourselves or to get rid of different things. So I do have black walnut. I haven't used this. There is, but I haven't used this one. My husband wanted me to get this one. I don't know why, but that's the one that he wanted to get. I use this 100% pure gum spirits of turpentine. That's what I use. I use this one. I used to use it every day. You don't really have to. I use it about every couple of weeks now, but it gets rid of heavy metals, parasites, and mold, fungus, that if you have that. So this will always be on my shelf. This was always on my mom's shelf. This was on my grandma's shelf along with this. These are two natural ingredients that have been around for forever. So these two I have, they are staples, and they will always be inside of my medicine cabinet for all of those crazy things. I'm very now, like I said, I make my own creams and stuff, and yeah, people have said to me, you know, your skin looks so good. Well, I stopped using face creams and all of that for a long time ago. I make my own, and this is one of them. I use just different. Sometimes I just use different recipes at different times. But yeah, that's what I do. I make my own stuff. I guess this is it. This was my life for such a long time, trying to gain my health, trying to build back what I continued to lose. This one I got because of the hair loss, the massive hair loss that I don't need that anymore. My hair is growing so beautiful. I took this one for years hoping that my hair would stop falling out. Never did work. You know, it's recommended for men, and so I tried it for myself, and I did all of these different things trying to gain health because the vegetables just weren't kicking it. And I felt so bad about animals. I thought that was just, you know, I had somebody recently say on there, you carnivores don't know how much hurt you're bringing into the world because you eat animals. And you know, I felt that way. I felt that way really strong for a long time. I understand. It's almost, I understand where they're coming from, but I've had to really think and realign my thinking about how I felt about animals by investigating and seeing how many actually animals die when you are field doing your vegetables, or you know, like rodents, many bees. That's why we've had the problems with the bees, not having any bees, because of the what they spray on the fields so that you have a nice ripe whatever it is, kills off the insect, which kills off our ecosystem, and it continues through that, and then the water gets contaminated by the runoff from the fields. And we know that's a really big problem in the country with people that have well water. They have to have something to protect them from the poisons that are put on the fields to grow the vegetables that you have. And then a lot of the vegetables, they don't grow them in our area. They come from across the Atlantic, and then now you have these huge boats, ships that have to carry it, and those things. One of those trips, the amount of pollution that it puts inside the atmosphere is equivalent to like a city of cars at one time. It causes such a massive amount of what we are trying to stop. So I had to really think about all of those reasons, and to change my thought. I have to live. I want to live, and I have to eat if I live. And yes, I personally was not buying a whole lot from the grocery store because I was eating mostly from my garden. But most of you don't. Most of you guys are buying it. Most people are buying it from the grocery store, and which has been harvested and has been grown in those conditions, or has been brought over from another country and caused a great deal of pollution. And so it's a funny thing to think that cows farting is going to cause climate change. When you think about when they first came here, the settlers said that there was buffaloes were everywhere, and when they would run, it would be like an earthquake because there were so many of them. And yet There was no pollution. There was none of that you're talking about. It was beautiful. Everything was gigantic. They talked about the greenery around. So, I mean, when my daughter came home and told me that one, I just knew right away that there's something really wrong with our teaching system, that if they're teaching people that cows are going to bring on climate change. No, I think all of this stuff brings on climate change, all of the production of all of this stuff and all of the different vegetables and fruits and everything, tropical fruits that you get causes the issues that you are thinking are going to destroy this earth. So anyways, that's a little bit of my own personal discovery as I'm looking and realizing that this truly has brought me what none of these thousands of dollars worth of supplements could ever do and ever did. So I hope that you guys I hope that you guys are encouraged by my videos, and if you feel that and that you share it and that you give me a like and tell me what you think about it. Please put in there whether you've experienced some of this with all of this stuff, and whether what you might be taking as a supplement now compared to before, and how is your health now that you have chosen the carnivore lifestyle. Or if you're not and you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you're just sort of watching this because you're thinking, you know, what is going on with these people? How is your health? How are you feeling? Because you know what? I was there. I know how you feel emotionally and physically, how you felt. And I'm telling you, this will be for the rest of my life living the carnivore lifestyle. Live and love and light. Talk to you later.